Hello and happy Pride Month. Welcome to Red Stain Radio, a Dead by Daylight podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Bryson, and I'm joined by my lovely co-host, as always, Stevie and Maddie. How y'all doing?
Hi.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
How are y'all doing?
I'm personally doing really good. I had a bit of a lazy day, I'm not gonna lie, but besides that, really good day.
Mm-hmm. Hey, the lazy day is not bad, especially during the middle of the week. Nice recharge. Can't get better than that.
Yeah.
Stevie, how's it going?
Oh my goodness, I am exhausted. Grocery shopping, a lot of chores, laundry. I'm putting together a cosplay for this week, and I have stayed up late.
Yes.
I have been up until the wee hours putting it together and trying to wake up. I'm immediately thinking about it, and I just have so much energy to put it together.
That's exciting.
Can't stop myself.
It looks you put a little tease in the Discord. It looks really good.
Who's the
I'm also go ahead.
I was just gonna ask who's the cosplay of. I haven't seen this teaser. Oh my god.
I put it in art, but yeah, Ragatha from Digital Circus, the movie is coming out. The movie just being the final episode.
Yeah.
Released in theaters first.
Yes.
And I figure going in cosplay is the dorkiest thing to do, and I wanna be a hit there. I want to be the star for everyone who also went in cosplay, and they can have camaraderie, take a lot of pictures.
That's exciting. That's also a good segue into a new segment that we're starting here on Red Stain Radio, and that's Outside the Fog. Y'all, what are you reading, watching, playing that is not Dead by Daylight related? I was thinking of this today because lately first of all, there's some banger ass movies right now in theaters, which I want to bring up, but also I've been playing some banger ass games, but I also just want to hear from what y'all are playing. So give it to me. What are y'all playing or watching or reading, if anything, or nothing? Is it all DbD?
Oh, of course. Lots of video games, but mainly just Outlast Trials. I could talk about that one, and I know DbD players hate it, and I know Outlast players hate DbD players.
Isn't that a circle though? Isn't that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But on the movie side, been watching the Friday the 13th movies. I needed to prepare myself.
Yeah.
I needed to know.
Doing some homework.
So please tell me which ones are your favorite parts of Friday the 13th. I've only gotten through like 4, 5, 6. I don't know if I've gotten through 6 yet. It kind of gets to be a slog.
Oh yeah, there's so many, and not all of them are great.
But some of them is probably somebody's favorite. You know what I mean? Like if you like the remake, or if you like the first part over all of them, or if you like XYZ, Jason X is the best one in your opinion. I want to know. I want to know in the comments, everyone. But other than that, I'm watching Recording. I guess a REC is the movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just we're filming a news documentary, and we're here in a little apartment to watch how firefighters respond to a 911 emergency, and then everything goes wrong. And then the sequel where they send in more people to go see what went wrong.
Yeah, there's a sequel. There's also an American remake called Quarantine.
Ugh.
Which it's funny. I saw that one first.
The original Spanish is great, and it was a lot of fun to watch it and realize how much I actually still understood.
Mm-hmm. Also, it really tells you how useless American remakes are. Like we don't need those. We do not need those. Yeah.
Spanish movies are always a treat.
Yeah, and
Hollywood
that one especially is just good.
Yeah, Hollywood really said, "Oh my god, what an amazing movie!" But what if it were white people? What if it was whiter?
Right? Yeah. Let's expand it to stupid North Americans who won't read subtitles. Right. So, Maddie, what are you watching, reading, playing?
Maddie,
in terms of playing, I've been playing the same couple games, just like Warframe, Dead by Daylight, Overwatch. I have been getting into Minecraft recently because me and my friends are doing a Cobblemon server. If you don't know, Cobblemon is mod for Minecraft, which adds Pokemon. And like instead of just playing like realistic models, it makes them like fit into the Minecraft world, and it's super cute, and the team's super amazing. Highly recommend if you're a bit tired of the Minecraft gameplay and you like Pokemon, give it a try. Is really
it actual
fun.
Pokemon models like Pikachu and
but like in Minecraft form? It's super cute.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm shocked Nintendo has not cut this yet. Like, are they? Is it safe to download?
Cobblemon is like one of the
wrong.
iterations that has kind of gotten away with it because every now and then they do get got by Nintendo.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And also, I think I could be totally wrong. There's also, they get a bit more leeway because there's no way for them to profit off of it. Whereas some other things, other Pokemon projects, which are fan made, some of them sometimes go for profit, and then they're like, "Ha, I can definitely cancel that." So I think that's why. There was another mod for Minecraft that adds Pokemon. It's called Pixelmon. I think that got suspended for like a year because it got taken down by Nintendo because it added Pokemon to Minecraft. Yeah, but Cobblemon's been doing really great so far. I'm really enjoying it. There's so many mods for that mod, which is pretty funny. But in terms of movies, I saw 2 really good horror movies recently in theaters.
Ooh.
That being Obsession and Backrooms, which if you haven't seen them, go see them. They are so good. And dare I say, I think we're in a special era in horror filmmaking where there's a lot of new directors making really good movies. And I feel like we're not going to see the end of that anytime soon. So if you want to be part of a new era, I highly recommend going to see those 2 movies. I would say if you're not wanting super gory, I would say go for the Backrooms. But if you're fine with anything, you want something a bit slashery, I would definitely go for Obsession.
Yeah, I also saw these movies. Also, in addition to these 2 movies, I saw Passenger, which was the least of my favorite movies I watched this month, which is also another horror movie. And I also saw Hokum, which was the first month or the first weekend. Yes. That one was solid. So if I had to choose, it'd probably be Obsession to the top. I'd say Hokum, Backrooms. Not to say Backrooms is bad. I liked Backrooms a lot. And then I think Passenger is very, very far down. But those top 3 are really phenomenal. But I think everyone is obsessed with Obsession. Pun intended. It is a phenomenal movie, coming from Curry Barker, and a YouTuber of all sorts. Like also,
there's also Kane Person or Kane Parsons, you know him, who's also like 20 years old and was doing Backrooms YouTube stuff.
Why is this the year of YouTuber movies?
Right. It's incredible.
And we also had Iron Lung, which I don't know how well that did, but that did fairly well.
Obsession, I guess. Backrooms is basically just a YouTube movie. Don't get me wrong. It's an A24 YouTube movie. Digital Circus YouTube movie.
Oh yeah, that's coming out in like a week, less than a week.
No, that's like this week.
Friday.
That's Thursday.
Yeah, this Friday.
Wow,
Thursday. Oh my god,
pretty sure Thursday.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Thursday, that's Friday.
Incredible. Thursday.
Yeah, we are in a lot of good movies, a lot of good horror movies in May specifically, and there's a lot more to come out this year because we have like Evil Dead Burn. There's some other things that I can't think of because I don't have my calendar in front of me. That's why I have a calendar of movies. Anyway, I've seen those movies. Highly recommend them. Go check them out. I don't think the debate between, I've seen it online, Obsession versus Backrooms. I don't think that's a debate that needs to be had. Both are incredible movies. Go support both of them because they're very, very good.
Yes.
One thing before we move on to the actual episode. So I'm sorry, listeners, but again, this is a new segment outside the fog. I've been playing Pragmata, which came out a couple months ago, or maybe it was about a month ago from Capcom. It's their new IP, if you will. I put the demo, Steam Next Fest, liked it. Downloaded this, started playing over the weekend. Y'all, I cannot get enough of this game. It is so good. Like, it reminds me a lot of Dead Space. It's like a third-person action-adventure game. There's no horror, but there's like Dead Space like vibes to it in terms of like, it's third person. You're in a guy in a suit. You're fighting these like robot monsters. You have to hack them to do damage to them. So you have like this little hacking mini game that you have to do before you can like do significant damage. The exploration in it is really cool. It's set on the moon. It's also gorgeous. Like, it's so good. So if you're looking for a really cool third person action adventure game, highly recommend Pragmata. It's a solid choice. After that, I'm going to go to Resident Evil 9 because that's one I missed. And that one I actually might do a Let's Play of for the YouTube channel. So we'll see about that. But yeah, anything else y'all want to share before we jump into the episode?
Not really.
No,
but Pragmata sounds really cool. It sounds kind of like Signalis, but 3D a little bit.
Yeah, no horror vibes, and the AI aspect is kind of straightforward, less so Signalis. Yeah, I recommend checking it out. Though. It's good. Cool. Well, this is episode 49 of Red Stain Radio, and it is our Hot Takes Part 2.
49.
Dead by Daylight Hot Takes 49. Next week we have episode 50, and y'all, we're gonna be. I don't think we'll live stream that one. I'm not sure yet. We'll talk about that offline. But
yeah,
that's gonna be a big episode. It is our 10-year anniversary, or Dead by Daylight's 10-year anniversary predictions. So it's a big episode.
Our bingo.
We'll have bingo. Well, I guess we'll have bingo for the live reaction. I think we'll create as well.
Mm-hmm. We're gonna be talking about what's gonna be on the bingo, I should say.
Yeah, and so we're gonna have. We should be working on that. And then we also have some guests joining us for that episode too. So don't want to miss out on that.
Quite
that will be next week. Yes, quite a few guests. If you want to listen to our first round of hot takes, though, you can go all the way back to episode 13.
13.
that was when our first hot takes episode was. That was quite a ways away. As you all know, we're approaching the 1-year anniversary of this podcast, which we will have a live recording of and a live streaming and a Q&A as well in the Discord. So if you're not in the Discord, jump in there, RSVP to the event, and you can ask us questions while we record. We'd love to have you as a part of the show. Speaking of which, we want to remind you, you can follow us on Twitch and YouTube, which is where we're live streaming right now. But if you can't catch us on live streaming, because I know we're on the Eastern time and we have people all over the place listening to us, you can catch us on any of your podcasting platforms. So check us there after the recording is up and the live stream is over. Or you can check the VOD on YouTube. It's up to you. Let's get to the topic of the show, y'all, which is our hot takes part 2. Now, unlike the last one where we had all of our hot takes in a document, a shared document for the show notes, this one, we've kept them secret. Could keep them maybe spicy or not so spicy, and to surprise the others, which I think will be exciting. Would either of you like to go first?
I want to hold off because I feel like I got the big guns. And y'all were talking earlier that you were worried, especially you, Bryce, and you were like, I don't know if these are hot takes.
Yeah, it comes to partly like you're your own worst critic, I guess, and maybe I'm just like downplaying these. And it's also me reading these, which they're my hot takes, and I think they're entirely reasonable. So
you think they're reasonable? I don't think they're hot. You know what I mean? Not like unreasonable. Not actually. They should be like, you should be right. You know what I mean? I want you to be right, and I want everyone to hate you for it.
I have 2 kind of reasonable ones, but one of them's very much like in my Delulu land. But what do we say?
Well, let's jump to you, Maddie. Why don't you start us off, and then I'll follow, and then Stevie can follow me and hit us all with the spicy lava take.
Yes. Okay. Well, my first hot take, I'm going to start with my least hot take and then go to my most hot take. But my least hot take is that the community isn't as toxic as people claim it to be. Now, I'm not saying the community isn't toxic. It definitely is. But to say it's one of the most toxic in gaming, I'm sorry. You've never played a fucking video game. With respect. You were not in 2012 playing Call of Duty getting called the M-word, the F slur, and stuff like that. You weren't playing Marvel Rivals current day where if you even have a slightly feminine voice, they tell you to go back to the kitchen or make jokes about bad things. And dare I say, rest. Need I say more? But I will not say that Dead by Daylight has its share of problematic people and times in Dead by Daylight's history that made me go, what are we doing? This is not what gaming should be. But I do definitely think there are worse communities, especially nowadays with, dare I say, the slightly more, what's the word? Intense political people on a certain spectrum I will not name. Right? Who said that? What? Oh my god, who said that?
Call him out, Maddie. Call him out.
Oh my god. I don't know if you've ever said this before, but we're very left-wing podcast. We're very ally.
Me saying Happy Friday at the top of the show? I don't think so.
No way. But we support everyone, and well, not everyone. We support everyone except for like racist homophobes. So if that's you, I'm sorry. We're not here for you. Sorry. Anyways, back to my point. Dead by Daylight is also very accepting, I think. It's very accepting to people of color. It's very accepting to LGBTQ people. It's very accepting to people with disabilities. And I think because of that, people oftentimes say, oh, yeah, they're accepting, but it's still toxic. People are still really toxic in game. I'm going to say it. Most of the time in my games, I do not experience toxicity. Like, there'll be things that annoy me, like tunneling or camping, but that's not toxic. I'm going to say that. Sometimes you just have to do that to win. Like, when survivors get like a little teabag, I'm sorry. That's like a tiny little thing survivors do. It happens. So, like, I don't know. I just feel like people overestimate the toxicity of Dead by Daylight just because their friend said it was toxic. That's my thought.
I really agree with you. It's not the same when we're talking toxicity and we have like open voice chat with the enemy team on one hand, or like, you know, Counter-Strike, where if you say one thing or you try to communicate, now you're open to your teammate being like, oh, they have a mic, I can sling slurs at them. With DbD, it's very much just like, oh, they're still chasing me after I flashlight blinded them. Maybe I turn this into a 5-gen chase. It's a little different. You're not being toxic to someone. You're just trying to capitalize on like their engagement. And if somebody's had a bad day and the flashlight makes them want to punch drywall, that's not the game. That's not the individual on the other side who got to you. That's just you being on like edge.
Exactly.
1000%. A lot of people's like, oh, flashlight saves are inherently toxic. They're not. They're a game mechanic. Go touch grass if you think that. I'm with you, Maddie. Like, I think the lack of public comms in this game really, in a way, shield players from that crap that you mentioned in Call of Duty or Rivals or whatever. Yeah, because I think it would be much worse. But I think overall, the DbD community is like, well, one, we've talked about it a lot here. It's like, it's one of the most queer focused communities ever of any gaming community I've ever been a part of. Like, I don't know any others. I'm sure there are, but I think it's pretty queer, which is great. And you just don't, you don't really expose that. Like, I know I recently saw a list of like the most toxic, I think it was like one of the most toxic gaming community lists. It was like the gaming subreddit or something. And DbD was somewhere in like the top 10 or something. And I was just like, and no one was really sure. It was like a graphic someone put together, but like there was no clear distinction on how it was put together or anything. It was like someone's opinion. I'm just like, get out of here.
ChatGPT,
it's not that bad.
Get me karma.
Yeah,
computer,
I was just like, I was like this, and like I was really questioning the validity. I was like, where are you getting these numbers? I don't understand. And there were like some games that were completely omitted from the list that I can't quite remember, but yeah, it was incredible. But I think this is
I say,
yeah, maybe. But I think this is a somewhat mild take. Sorry, my dog's in the background, but I think, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah, okay. Not very hot take then if everyone agrees. No!
Good try, Maddie. Good try. You've got somebody mad in the comments, and that's what we got.
Maybe.
But we want them furious. We want them pissed off, pitchforks out.
Talking of furious, look at Jarvis. Oh my god, look at him go.
I know.
Oh my god. He's causing chaos.
I'm
gonna step on in, and this one's
Go for it.
while we're still lukewarm, while we're still like simmering the pot. I'm gonna have to break a couple hearts with some facts for this one.
Ooh.
The pig has never been nerfed. Period. I want to keep hearing the memes. Don't get me wrong. You can keep saying the pig is always getting nerfed, or like, oh, XYZ is getting buffed. Might as well nerf pig to counterbalance it.
Yeah.
It's a meme. But the truth in the meme is that she's never been nerfed, and that's why it's a joke to say we should nerf her. If you think they frequently nerf her, and that's the reason it's a joke, you're wrong. You don't read patch notes. She's only ever been buffed. And it's just like, to correct the record here. I know a lot of people are now probably seeing the light, but just pull up her patch notes and scroll through them. You're only going to see like 3 or 4 notes that say nerf. And one of them is her terror radius that got changed later down the line. And another one is balancing her carry speed, which I think is where the joke came from. They nerfed her carry move speed because she was faster while carrying survivors than every other killer for some reason. And they fixed it like a year later. So when they nerfed her carry speed, it seemed out of the ordinary. Like, why would we nerf pig? And that's exactly where the meme spawned. is let's just nerf the pig's carry speed, but like it's bringing her in line because they coded her wrong. The first nerf she ever really got, and the only real nerf, is like, oh, your hats don't insta-kill somebody when they're turned off at the end of the game, because you could just save your hats and just insta-kill everyone if they tried to escape. That's no fun. So, justified nerf. Other than that, she's been kept in line. She's super well balanced because of it. And I think she's the evidence that you're always looking for, that they can make a, CD tier killer into a B tier, A tier killer if they just keep buffing them, keep them in line. And it's a good sign. Pig is the pinnacle of just buff bad killers because she's never been nerfed and it's not a problem. That's my hot take.
I love that take. I don't have an opinion on it because I don't know Pig well enough or her patch note history. So.
No, right. But you might have thought she always gets nerfed. Every now and then they just nerf her for some reason.
Community, yeah, for sure.
You just imagined it happened.
Yeah. I know I'm bad with Pig, so I can't talk about.
Oh, I'm bad with Pig. They must have nerfed her recently.
Yeah,
it's easy to think like that.
Different. But the meme is really funny.
Yeah, like, oh, what do you mean? Oh, it's time to nerf the Pig. Yeah. Oh, that loop's broken. Nerf Pig. Oh, new sable skin. Nerf Pig. Oh,
exactly.
What's that?
Don't stop doing that. Please don't stop doing that. But just know.
Want a new objective?
The more we joke about nerfing Pig, the more they'll buff her because they think she's nerfed or they think she's bad. Just keep buffing the Pig, please.
On a serious note, though, she does need buffs, even if she's never been nerfed. She's
More?
still pretty poopy.
More buffs?
I don't think so.
Poopy.
I think she's
poopy.
I'll take them.
Her dash is so easy to counter.
Sure you will.
I'm sorry.
I'm not going to
Her
complain.
dash is so easy to counter. If you just run away anytime she starts crouching and you just make sure she isn't like faking it, you always win.
Well, imagine if she's in your head, and now when you run away, she is standing up and faking it, and when you do commit, she is committing.
Dare I say?
Or imagine if you went against a good Pig.
Imagine.
Well, is the person going against her good?
I've never.
I was gonna say maybe all the pigs you've gone against aren't very good.
Maybe. I'm also pretty bad.
Me,
so
1v1 me, cowshed.
There you go.
I'm nervous, but okay.
1v1. There we go. Cool.
Bryson, well, that's round one. End us off.
Yeah. So mine is perk rarities shouldn't exist at this stage in DbD's life. I don't know if that's a hot take or not.
Hold on.
I don't think perk rarities should exist anymore in this stage in DbD's life.
I agree with you.
I think perk rarities are unnecessary bloat. And here's some. Now, it won't fix the perk bloat, but it will help somewhat. Just a smidge. So we use purple rarity as the baseline already. Like when you're talking about a perk, you're talking about that largest number. Anything. Body knowledge, pain res. You're never talking about the smallest denominator on any perk ever. You're just never touching it. Also, balancing is always focused on that top number. And anytime you think the opponent has a certain perk, you always think it's a very rare perk, like purple perk. Green and blue, they just don't like this point. Like it just feels like filler. Like, oh, I got all the green perks for this survivor because they reached level 1 or 2 or whatever. Like you could still include that, but you could do 1 perk per prestige, or you could just do at level 3 prestige, you get all 3 perks for everybody unlocked. At this point in the game's life, it just doesn't make sense to have perk rarity because everyone has purple perks already. And if you don't, you have a few seconds left off or a little bit of percentage off. Like they don't make a huge difference, I would argue. And so I just think it's kind of time to get rid of them.
I really agree with you. My only problem with that and my only point of contention is if all perks were tier 3, like there were no more tier rarities, what's going to be filling the blood whips then, if not for perks? More add-ons, more items, and survivors and killers are going to get a lot more of that, meaning we're going to be seeing a lot more of the same add-ons for killers, which are the strongest ones, and especially in mid to high tier, I think, or high MMR, sorry. And for survivors, they're going to bring the same add-ons every single time with the same items. So that's going to be purple med kit with the double great skill check bonuses. For a toolbox, it's going to be brand new part and then gem progression, stuff like that. So as much as I want to agree, and I do agree with you, they should get rid of perk rarities. There needs to be something that takes that place, whether that be something small, like a new type of item, new add-ons for all the items, new offerings, or maybe even something like cosmetic, like tiny little hook charms of like each add-on or something, like something really minor like that.
I totally agree with that take, and I guess this kind of leads into another hot take I would say is the Blood Web is an antiquated progression system. Like it is like I think it launched, it hasn't changed all that much. The game launched with this. It's only changed by how you spin BP. I don't think this is a good way to progress a game anymore. It's kind of, especially when you have all these offerings that don't get used or items that don't get used. Who the fuck is bringing a map? Who's bringing a key? Who's bringing murky reagent? Like, these things are just, like it's bloat more. So
I feel like map and keys can definitely be buffed. I don't think they're a problem with bloat. What is bloat though are like the brown, green, and blue reef offerings. Nobody uses them. Nobody, especially when they have so many cakes or bully party streamers. No one uses them.
I think it to me, if I'm going to offer some pushback, is that there's part of the entire cohesive design that keeps you playing and coming back. I mean, if it was that the gameplay was perfectly amazing, beautiful every time, and that's the reason you keep playing, no other necessary reason, then that's what hooks you. But I think the Blood Web is supposed to be this tantalizing feature where you can keep the game open, where originally it was supposed to be like a way for you to cool yourself off in between matches by how long it took you to level up. Now it goes so fast that I think it's not as obnoxious. You can still spend as much time in it as you need, but you can also just kind of circumvent it with the new auto leveling features. Which makes me then think that, like, do perk rarities serve a point at the lower level? Like, right when you're introducing a player to the game, is it better that the Dwight has a shorter bond radius than the maximum bond radius? I don't think so either. I think that like we should still do away with perk rarities, but that would make the Blood Web faster and I don't know. We're hurtling towards this like speed of the Blood Web being so fast that it's not usable and it's antiquated. Like you said, it's just a forethought, like afterthought. The Blood Web isn't like the focus anymore because of how fast it goes. And I don't know what to do with it. It's like a track that's like hurtling too fast away from its own design. It doesn't work much well anymore.
Yeah.
But it should be something to keep you playing. Like it should be something that's there for you to like go to and like feel like you're progressing. But yeah, you just hit P3 on every killer, and now it's like, what? Do I just hit P100 on every killer now?
Right. Yeah.
Once you hit 40 add-ons of every rarity, what is the point in trying to level them anymore other than like cakes are here this season?
Well, it sounds like that was somewhat of a hot take, so I'm happy to hear that. But that was my hot take.
It opened a big can of worms.
Yes, it did. And a lot of conversations we could have, like, is the Blood Web the right progression system to go on for next 10 years? You could argue maybe the mobile DbD progression system is maybe better and more deepened. I don't know. That's a different discussion. We won't open that basket here. Maddie, your second hot take.
Yes. All right, this one's a little spicier, hopefully. Oh god,
turning the heat up.
I'm scared. Okay, turning the heat up. I don't know if it's a little bit or right tonight. I hope it's a medium about. I think map roams should be retired. So like, you know how we have Devarka Deepwood, the Macmillan areas. I think those should be retired. And my reasoning is that when you look at the realms themselves, a majority of them have only 2 maps at most. You want to know which ones have the most? That is specifically Withered Isle, which I'm going to get to, and the 3 base game ones, which are maps that have largely been unchanged. Now, the interesting thing about Withered Isle is that we have, of course, the map that came out with Sable and the Unknown, which is the movie theater. We have the Garden of Joy, which doesn't match that one at all. Then we have the FNAF map, which matches Sable. Amazing. And then we have the Walking Dead map. What do those 4 have in common? Not much. Like maybe Suburbia, I guess. but not
random
Walking
shit.
Dead is a mistake. And then if we look at the Garden of Joy, why is it completely visually different than the other two? Like the only thing they have in common is that when you get to the far edges of the map, you can see cars and like pieces of earth floating in the air. That's it.
Mhm.
That's all they have in common. And I guess also they're like in kind of foresty areas, but not really. Now, don't get me started on how the themes don't match all the time. Like, looking to Varka Deepwood, it's supposed to be like sci-fi, and obviously there's differences. But looking at Nostromo wreckage to the Toba landing, it's just so night and day. Literally, they have nothing in common besides being alien. And I get it's supposed to be like an umbrella term, but I feel like you can only use that so much, and you can't have 80 umbrellas with only 2 things under them. Because currently, I think we have like 20 plus realms, and besides the base ones that we got, so 5 for the besides the base game realms where we have 3 of them for the Wraith, the Hillbilly, the Trapper, where they all have 5 maps, and if we ignore Withered Isle, they all have 2 or less. We have the new one, which I'm not going to count because it's new; it's a whole new realm. But like, if we take a look at specifically Grave of Glenvale. If you don't know, Grave of Glenvale is the realm for Dead Dog Saloon, which, since its release, has seen no new map or tiles or anything to that realm. It has been basically abandoned. And then, Devarka Deepwood, as I mentioned, it basically is trapped in license hell. And, oh my god, don't even get me started. Springwood is the Badham specific realm. Why is that not part of not Glenvale, what's it called? Withered Isle. Like, that's kind of suburban fitting, but no, it's in its own thing. It's like, oh, why don't they just move it? And I'm guessing it's like license hell, so we'll excuse that. Haddonfield for the longest time had its own realm, but that could have easily been moved, especially when the two were still, like, when that realm was introduced with the All Wicked chapter, when that released, they could have just put those two together, but no, they didn't. And there's so many maps that feel like they should be together in several realms, but aren't. And I feel like it just leads to this bloat where people are feeling that they're going against the same couple maps because the realms themselves feel like they should be connected but aren't. So when the game is going through them, like, oh, you've already been on Devarka Deepwood. Don't worry, bro. We're gonna send you to a garden. We're gonna send you to a Garden of Joy. Oh, you've been on Withered Isles. Don't worry, we're gonna send you to Raccoon City. Oh, you've been on Raccoon City, but that's not the same as the Stranger Things map. We're gonna send you there, and it's not the same as the Larry's, where we're gonna send you there. By the way, Larry's Memorial Hospital is its own realm and has one map, which is the Institute, and it currently has no other maps. Sounds familiar. So I'm just gonna say that if they're not gonna add map pools together under the same realms, or if they're just going to keep doing whatever they're doing, they should just retire realms, because what's the point? The point is nothing. It's bloat. Get rid of it.
I wanna agree with you in that they should bundle more things together if they're gonna use realms as a concept. But it's tough when it is really just a licensing banner for like the license map specifically, because I think that it should be a little more. The way that they weight the realms, and you get the realm repeat prevention, which basically just means if you get Coal Tower one time, you're not getting Coal Tower or Groaning Storehouse or Shatter or any of those Macmillan maps for another day. But like, yeah, if you get an inside map, congrats, you're going to get another inside map for the next 2 or 3 matches because they're all different realms. And that's the part I don't like. I don't like that Hawkins, Gideon, frickin' Larry's are all 3 different realms when they should be indoor map realm, and then I only get it once a day. That's my please. That's me agreeing with you. If they're gonna do something with realms, it should be to make me not get indoor maps.
Exactly.
Yeah, someone tells me, like, early on in the game's development, they're like, oh, okay, we'll have realms, and then each realm will have multiple maps. And then that kind of just, as they got licenses, that kind of just, their philosophy there fell apart, because like they couldn't maybe bundle some original stuff into these certain realms. Maybe that's changed over the years, but I think it's just become an afterthought recently, because, like you mentioned, we have that one realm has 2 different licenses and 2 different, originals, which and like there's not even an offering for Freddy Fazbear's when there is an offering for Toba and Nostromo Wreckage.
Nostromo Wreckage,
like,
yeah.
But they're in the same realm. Like, I think the Freddy thing, I think they fucked up and they were like, oh, we forgot about this, like blah blah blah. So they just like kind of, we'll put it in this realm, blah blah blah. Like they didn't build a full Freddy map. They just put a Freddy building on, Garden of Joy or Greenville Square map without the theater, and they were done. Like, I don't think they wanted to make an offering. So I think it's partly like behavior, not being confident in their decisions, and just really just kind of not caring. I totally agree with you, but because of that, I do think it should be cleaned up. And your comment on Freddy's maps, as in the Nightmares maps, there used to be 5 of those, and then they got rid of 4 of them. So I guess there's that. And since then, I just don't think they can do anything else with those. But I don't know. I'm with you.
Yeah,
there.
To me, making 5 of the same map and calling it a realm is also a mistake. I think that the real reason it worked with like Macmillan and Autohaven and Coldwind is because it's different maps, because they have different main buildings. And that's the secret, is they just have to design another main building. And it may sound easy, but I think when we think back to how these main buildings used to look, I don't think that Autohaven and Macmillan were such nice places when they first released. And it was 5 maps that had 5 independent main buildings that all needed to be balanced and all needed to be checked over the years. And it might just be a nightmare for them to make 5 maps in the same realm. So I think they shouldn't do realms. But like, I like that some maps are bundled together. I like when there's a theme between certain maps. Like, I like that Withered Isles is like a contiguous like wrap around for all of them, but like it does suck that 2 licensed maps, or 1.5 licensed maps, not really counting Fallen Refuge, it's like it's still a new main building. That's a whole new map. Yeah, I like it. Keep it up. But it probably was a bitch to just come out with 1 at a time. And it's hard when a realm is drip fed to you. But it doesn't feel weird, usable anymore.
Get rid of map offerings though, along with.
I mean, no one really uses them anymore because they're so weak.
Again,
now.
Offering bloat. We're talking about bloat a lot in this episode.
Yeah, I'd be sad if we lost them, but maybe they can make them into something else. I don't know.
Everything's so
like maybe they can make it like a unique charm for doing a certain amount of blood point levels for a character that's related to the map. You get like a little charm of the offering. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
They're just gonna keep that charm stuff to battle passes.
Yeah,
really.
Bummer. Stevie, what is your next hot take?
Okay, we're heating it up right now. This is one of my preferences that I think not a lot of people share, and might get me crucified. So here goes. But speaking of the nightmare, Freddy Krueger, I personally think that the Jackie Earl Haley Freddy Krueger, the one from the 2010s remake, the one that we have in Dead by Daylight, I think he's a more fitting Freddy Krueger. I think the fact that we don't have the Robert Englund one is fine. I think the fact that Robert Englund just didn't make it for this one is like not surprising. He's such a big name. And that it was a lot easier for them to get the remake is unsurprising. But I think the remake hits better. I think the remake hits better in DbD because it's more gory and more edgy and dark and twisted. But, if you've seen the Nightmare on Elm Street movies past the second or third one, you know how wacky they get. And I don't think Freddy turning into a worm or like doing all the weird shit like he does. Yeah, the TV jumping out, it's prime time, bitch. That would be a terrible Maury. I think when you're watching the 2010s one, it's a lot better. It's a lot closer to DbD's theme. So I really appreciate that we do have the Jackie Earle Haley Freddy Krueger. And it makes me think that like if he found out that, he's in the game and maybe like somebody out there gets more cosmetics, maybe it would be like an original thing that he worked on and he voices them. That would be my dream. But think about it. Like you might not know him, but Jackie Earle Haley, he plays Rorschach in the Zack Snyder Watchmen movie. which, I mean, Zack Snyder kind of butchered that entire movie.
Yeah.
But Rorschach is probably everyone's favorite character. So rethink it. Like, if you like Rorschach from Watchmen movie, it's the same Elm Street Freddy as the 2010s remake, the one we got in DbD with Quentin Smith. And I think Quentin's iconic as well. I think he's such a good hero in that one as well, because he helps like Nancy by being like, no, I've got adrenaline. I steal it from my dad. He gives me all this medication to keep me awake because I used to have ADHD or whatever. So it's fun. I like having the edgy Freddy rather than the goofy Freddy. And I know a lot of people really don't like that it's not Robert Englund. But yeah. I've seen Robert Englund in person one time when he came into my work and ate lunch and dinner. So I have the final say.
Nightmare on Elm Street is just such an untapped license for DbD. Like, yes, it's in the game, but like the lack of cosmetics is really disappointing. I think is the biggest. I know this is a hot take, and I'm just building upon your argument, but I don't have a lot of opinion towards this because I've not seen the remake. I do wish Robert Englund was Freddy, though. I will say that'd be really cool, and I wish he had voice lines. But again,
you wish it's cool, but like time. I'm saying, my hot take is that it's fine. It's okay because it's good the way it is.
But that's the thing is, like, I think it is okay. Like, I think the Freddy we got is fine, and I'm glad he actually has power now, and they've reworked him. But I just wish there was more from that license. I guess I'm trying to, but definitely compared to what everyone else has said about that license, you're definitely in the minority there.
It's like that. I'm happy the way DbD went the way it went, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maddie, any thoughts?
Or Maddie, final thoughts on Freddy Krueger's?
Honestly, I want to disagree with you, Stevie, but also like I kind of agree with you because I feel like, especially with the later sequels, Robert Englund's Freddy gets a bit too goofy, and though I would say that's kind of going for Chucky. Chucky is kind of grounded a little bit more just because he doesn't have supernatural powers like Freddy. Like, he's not like conjuring, like he's like becoming a fucking worm. Like, Chucky in his most like crazy is like pulling out weapons out of his backpack. Okay, like a little silly, but the entity can let him be like that. Okay, like he kicks you. Okay, whatever. But like Robert Englund Freddy would definitely be a bit too much on the comedic side, I think, where it kind of tiptoes away from being, hey, it's a bad deal, it's kind of serious too. Now we're just being fucking goofy. Now we're just being silly. What the fuck are we doing? So I do feel like the other Freddy is a lot better for tone, even if he's not my favorite and I don't love him. He is a lot more gritty.
Okay, now I have an opinion. I'm going to push back on that a little bit in that I think DbD has a lot of goofy shit in it. I mean, have you seen a lot of the Survivor cosmetics? Like Ace
that's
is
different though.
Big ass. I don't know, but I don't know if it is.
They're not the killer.
I don't know if it is. I mean, they're a killer. I mean, we have Mr. Puddles for clown. We have
that's the difference. That's a cosmetic. That's not
different.
Base
that's not character. A license.
I mean,
right?
but they're cosmetics. I mean, it's in the game though. That's
like if we had
my only pushback.
If we had a Robert
your pushback
skin,
is that it could be worse, I think that would be fine. Like something breaking the aesthetic is better. Okay.
No, I think a goofy Freddy would fit DbD really well. Like, imagine if he had syringes for his hands, like in one of the movies. That'd be cool.
No, I 100% agree. Yeah. I want the Dream Warriors 3 Freddy, 100%. Don't get me wrong.
I would prefer it as a cosmetic though, because if I can counter your counter. I mean. Mm-hmm. Cosmetics,
right, like as a bonus cosmetic.
But it's a bonus, yes. Mm-hmm. It's a bonus. It's not like the base character. Like, besides Chucky, I think like the goofiest killer we have is fucking Clown. And even then, he's still kind of disturbing. But he's not going around like becoming a worm. I'm sorry, I keep going back to the worm bit. I keep forgetting he does that.
No, don't forget that. Don't forget he turns into a worm. But like, you would still love him even if he was a worm.
I would. Maybe not Freddy. Maybe not Freddy.
No, not
at all.
Yeah.
He can stay in that furnace where he belongs.
He can stay as a worm. Sorry, Freddy. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Alrighty. I'll move to my next one. If you don't enjoy playing both sides of Dead by Daylight, the game is not for you.
Ooh, Okay, that's a little spicy. That's a little spicy.
If you do not at least enjoy playing, if you can be a killer main, you can be a survivor main, but if you don't at least enjoy both sides, play something else. If so, this really comes up a lot in 2v8 for the killer side, and a lot of killer mains just not wanting to play while you wait. Go play something else. If you don't want to play something while you wait, or you don't want to wait the 30-minute queue time, go play something else. There's plenty of other games. Like, you can quickly earn BP for your killer while you play and wait. You do not have to sit there for the 30 minutes. Just go play something else. Now, on the other side, for survivors, some survivor mains just don't want to play a killer because they don't want to play killer at all because it gives them anxiety, which I get. However, you will not learn to be a better survivor without playing killer. So I encourage you, go play killer. You know, if you're going to fail, learn from those failures. But if you don't get some enjoyment out of both sides, you should not be playing this game. I'll leave it there. Questions? Thoughts?
I feel like there's most times that's true, but I do feel like there are times where that is a little less true. Like, I would say currently now, if you don't like playing killer and you don't play killer, that would be fine. Only because the current meta right now, in my opinion, makes playing killer a bit dependent on certain perks or add-ons that people might not have access to, because whether or not they have the money to buy that or iridescent shards, it puts them just in a really tough position where if they want to have fun, there's kind of this barrier to entry with a cost that some people can't pay. Because dare I say, currently in the current meta, killers are sadly in a situation where they are often, to win, they are forced to have at least 2 gen slowdown perks. And there's like a small section that you have access to, and an even larger amount of them are locked behind DLCs that you have to pay real money because they're part of a licensed character. Like, we have Pop Goes the Weasel, yeah. We have Surge, if you were there for that time when it was free because they didn't have Stranger Things in the game anymore. But you have to pay real money for the rest of them, and it often gets to a point where there is that barrier to entry currently that I feel like people can't afford that, and it's kind of rude to assume, hey, you should just have fun playing killer even if you're going to lose every single time and you're going to hate it and you're not going to have access to the characters you want because you mainly play survivor, so you bought more survivors, so you would have to spend real money to buy the killers you want to play, and you might not even like them because there's no way to test them out beforehand, unless it's during one of the small periods they allow certain killers to be free, in which most cases it's almost never a licensed killer. Yeah.
Real quick rebuttal to just the meta and kind of winning games. Dare I say, find more enjoyment out of DbD than just winning games, especially as killer. I mean, especially both sides, I guess. So, like, have fun with your builds. Like, I'm playing goofy builds all the time as killer. I am not playing to win. Like, if I win, cool. It is. But I know some people, that's why they play the game. But if that's the only reason you're playing the game, I don't know.
Go ahead, I see what you're getting at, Bryson, where it's like that, but it's really the barrier to progression is really it. Like, you can play the game without spending a dime, but it'll be so much slower. And if you do want to learn killer, you're stuck with the free guys, and you don't get the new perks unless you really waste your shards on the shrine or you drop $5. And so it makes somebody who's starting the game, it makes it hard to feel like you can branch out. Like, you started the game and you started playing survivor or killer, either one, and you're just kind of stuck with that until you felt the urge to try the other side. And maybe trying the other side felt bad. Maybe trying the other side felt like, I need to spend more money on this to like keep going. And that's the real nugget of it, is that like, you can't progress into the other side unless you start investing in the other side. And that also, I think, is where you're getting at, where you're like, well, you shouldn't immediately start at like a higher power, but it's hard to start at nothing anyway. It's hard to pick up killer and, having never done it before, not have anything unlocked and not have a chance to use any of the strong stuff until you've gotten to that point, which is fair. It's honestly makes sense. Like, survivors shouldn't all start with DS, but like, it's a little easier to buy Laurie Strode and now you have DS every game, versus like, if you buy Chucky Now you have to level up Chucky to P1 so you can use friends till the end on Trapper. It's the same idea as putting DS on someone else, but you would have to play Chucky to have friends till the end. And somebody might not want to play Chucky, but they hear everyone say, oh, friends till the end's a great perk. It's tough because the killer side of things takes more of an investment. And it's harder to branch in that direction. It's easier for a killer player to play Survivor, but I think what we're really talking to is the entitled Survivor mains who don't play killer and try to act like they know exactly how balancing works for everyone because they hate Kaneki. I think that's exactly what we're getting at, is that like it's hard to play killer and learn what a killer feels when it's hard to play killer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think really it comes down to like just the other side putting yourself in their shoes and even put yourself in the driver's seat of that role and really
you're
understand
driving the match when you're killer. It's a unique role.
Understand the complexities of both sides and know that the other side does something for a reason, whether that be a flashlight save, whether that be slugging, whether that be tunneling or proxy camping or whatever it is. It is all done for typically a reason to, get out or get some leverage over the other. And a lot of times folks don't remember that. Like, don't take it personally. It's okay. It's a game. You can die and you can go to the next one, or you can lose and go to the next one. It'll be okay. But I think you have to find enjoyment in both of these roles to really get the most out of DbD, because one side is 50%, the other side is 50%. Like you can't, I mean, if you like 50% of a game, that's a failing grade. And I don't know if you like it that much. So I'll leave it there. Maddie, we're back to you. Your spicy hot take. This is the broiler is on. The fryers are frying.
Stop,
this has got to be spicy.
I don't know if it's gonna be spicy enough. Stop. Okay, but my spiciest take would be that Dead by Daylight needs, I'm saying needs here, needs a superhero themed chapter. Now, allow me to explain.
Okay.
Superheroes, I believe, have a untold presence in horror, whether that be in books/comic books, film, or TV. I feel like there's this, recently especially, this unprecedented increase in horror in superhero media. I'm thinking like Clayface. This isn't really super horror themed, but I think there are horror light themes in The Boys. I know that didn't end great, but you can get the vibe of like superpowered guy kind of ruining the world. And then there's superhero horror movies. I'm specifically thinking of Bright Space, Bright Light, Bright Face, something like that. It's the one where it's like Superman, but what if he was raised evil? Brightburn, thank you. Mm-hmm. But I just feel like there's a lot of undiscussed material that is superhero and horror. Or what if superheroes were more in a mature, scarier light? And I feel like with the amount of like reboots, especially with DC with their Absolute universe, we could definitely see some of these characters added to Dead by Daylight. And my thinking is we have pure fantasy. So we don't need to worry about this being outlandish. We have motherfucking Dungeons and Dragons. We also have sci-fi. We have the Alien from Alien, and we have our own original cyborg alien monster guy, Singularity. So I don't feel like superheroes would be outlandish. And people have even brought up interest, or at least been willingly to be on the fence on Darth Vader, of all people, from fucking Star Wars. I feel like with these characters and these themes in mind, I feel like there should be a space for superhero media in Dead by Daylight. And to see that really taking a new step into horror and seeing where that could go in Dead by Daylight. Like, imagine a character that could shoot laser eyes as a projectile. Imagine they're Mori, or they just like straight up delete someone's head. That would be gnarly as fuck, and it would also be scary. Would you be afraid of someone who was just infinitely stronger than you but looked exactly like you? You would. And we don't even have to do like the stereotypical superhero forward killer. We could have like licensed ones. Like, as I mentioned, we could have Poison Ivy, Clayface. I'm thinking DC mainly. We could have the Joker, Scarecrow. I know a lot of people mention Scarecrow, but I feel like there's so many options, especially with licensed superhero media or original superhero media they can make on their own. that would be really interesting, especially since Dead by Daylight has connections to comic books, specifically with their own comic line, and they also have connections to Disney, which, by the way, is owned by owns Marvel. It owns Marvel. We could definitely see that. Sorry, that's my spiciest take. We need a superhero themed chapter.
Superhero is interesting because like it's just aesthetically displeasing and that's it. I think we can work around that, right? Like if it's just exactly, just make them look scarier.
Yeah, easy. Like we have a K-pop guy and he's murdering people and he's scary. I feel like we can make that work.
It's the power dynamic. It works.
Yeah,
it's the power dynamic. You get it, Steve. You get it.
I definitely agree. This could work, done well, and selecting the right license. I've seen a lot of people mention The Boys, especially recently with the show ending and Homelander being a killer. So if you were to do that, you do Homelander for killer, obviously, maybe Butcher for the survivor, but like I like your idea. A lot of people pitch Scarecrow, which I think is just like the perfect pick for this category in general. And then you have, I don't know, Commissioner Gordon for Survivor. I don't think you do Batman for Survivor. That seems weird to me. I don't know. I'm not a huge Batman fan. Like I like Batman, but
it would be a lot weirder. But I will retort. We do have Leon.
That's more of
we
a
do have Chris.
Skin.
Yeah, like maybe a cosplay.
Or maybe like Rob, maybe a sidekick. I don't know. Like I feel like you need. We've had this discussion with Darth Vader. I feel like you need normal-ish people. Like I feel like a superhero. Like is Batman really surviving against Scarecrow? I don't know. I don't know if I would argue that. Maybe in some comic lines. I don't know all of his comics, but Alfred for Survivor would be, I don't know, kind of cool. Or not Alfred. Commissioner Gordon. Sorry, someone in chat said Alfred for Survivor. Haha, British badass would be funny.
I like that idea too. Is like it's if you're taking characters from a medium, you do have to pick the scary one. Or like if we're taking licensed superheroes, we take like I don't know how to call it other than like bad Superman. The idea of like Homelander, he's Superman but he's bad. Or like the guy in Watchmen, Ozymandias, he's just Superman but he's bad.
Yeah.
Or I mean, you take somebody like Omni-Man. Like we can take all these characters, throw them in a blender, like just literally take Superman, file the serial numbers off, and make him have like an evil mustache. He can be an original character. He can just be in like spandex and whatever, and he punches really hard. Like this can be an original goon. It could be a license, but that's just because I feel like the theme has been done to death. But DbD works off cliches. DbD works when you have a recognizable trope, and I think Maddie, you're right. I think evil Superman is kind of a good enough trope to fit DbD. I mean, but not exactly Superman, like laser vision, flies, and can have super strength. But like, yeah, maybe he's like Cyclops, and he just has heat ray vision that he can't control, and it's made him kill too many people, and now he's twisted. Right? It's simple.
Exactly. That's what it's
saying. That could be effective.
Maddie, if you had to choose, what superhero? Would you make it original? Would you make it licensed?
Personally, I would like to see an original, just because with the ones, if they did make the killer specifically
original superhero,
if they did make it specifically a superhero, not a supervillain as the main killer, I feel like they could have butchered the character or make them too edgy, like Batman or Superman or like Iron Man. That would be goofy. But I would really love to see an original take, because I will say it, behavior 9 times out of 10 makes an original concept that I absolutely fuck with, and it makes me want to see more. Like the Angel Killer, the Judgment, I love her. I want her so bad. The Unknown, amazing. Even with their more like basic quote unquote renditions of a character like the Clown, I don't really expect his ability to be #dragging you. It's unique. It's clever, and I like his look. Like he gives clown, but he's creepy. I'm scared. And every time they make an original character, I fuck with it. Like, dare I say, Howlmaster, our pirate killer, she's so cool. Snug, terrifying. I love her so much. So seeing Dead by Daylight's interpretation of what if a superhero started to question their morals and perhaps went through a darker path, they'd eat so heavy with that, especially if they didn't make them stereotypically human, like kind of like a Viltrumite Omni-Man kind of thing, or like Homelander of Compound V. I feel like that would be really fucking cool.
I think the closest we have right now is quite the disappointment. I think Skull Merchant is our closest to superhero.
I know.
Yeah.
I will say though, if they go for the path of supervillains, there's so many I would want to see licensed. My top one though would be Carnage. I think that would be so fucking cool. If you don't know, he's the son of Venom, and he's like the red one.
Would he be played by Woody Harrelson though? That's my only caveat.
Maybe.
I hope not.
We get the movie version of Carnage.
Those movies are bad.
They're terrible.
Oh, they're bad.
And I love them. And I love them.
I've seen people pitch Carnage. I don't see a world in Carnage. I mean, cool. Cool character, right? How different does that play from the Ghoul?
Oh, well, that's specifically a Carnage thing. So he could maybe be like, I don't know. But if we're talking more like original, I think Scarecrow, even though he said a bunch of times, is a good one. Clayface, I think would be cool. Joker, I feel like they wouldn't do, just because Trickster, I feel like kind of treads on his coattail a bit. Poison Ivy would be really cool. Ultron could also be really cool.
Like a
just
Vine?
There's so many options, especially in superhero media. There's so many.
Yeah. Just give me Punisher and he's shooting
Cage
people.
As Ghost Rider. Oh my god.
Nicolas Cage is Ghost Rider. Yeah, we get a Ghost Rider cosmetic.
We could.
Exactly. We need a demon.
Get it.
Demon character too, but that's all.
Yeah,
that's
give us a demon.
That's beside the point.
Yeah,
alrighty, awesome take. I like that take a lot. I like that take a lot.
Thank you.
Stevie, your last hot take.
Ooh, I'm gonna. Let me say it this way: the game is that serious. the game is as serious as everyone makes it out to be. I'm telling you.
This is the hot take. This is the hot take.
Yes. Don't take the game lightly. You booted up to win, and you owe yourself trying your hardest. You owe yourself learning the comp map layouts. You owe yourself learning how to moonwalk. You owe yourself learning all the techniques that will make you have fun. Trust me, like, if you aim to improve at the game, if you aim to just be a little better every day, and you don't see it as this is my calm, relaxing game where I am booting up after work to have fun with my friends, that's the wrong idea. You're here to loot. You're here to step it up. So I want everyone to promise me that they're going to play better, because I hate when people give up because it's not going their way. If it's not going your way, that's your chance to frickin' step it up and to prove to yourself that, like, you can get out of that sticky situation. You pull out all the stops. You have something in your back pocket for that. Trust me. I think not only should everyone, like, kind of learn how good players play, but you should be trying to be that good player yourself. When you stop being angry at losing, you've not only lost once, but you've lost twice. That's Ninja said that. Fortnite Ninja Tyler Blevins.
Oh my God, we're quoting Ninja on the podcast. That's crazy. I would add a little asterisk, maybe right underneath it or at the end, and say it's as serious as you want it to be. Absolutely. Like, I totally, there's a comp scene. See, we've had this conversation offline. Like, if that's how you want to play DbD, go for it. That's how you enjoy this game. Personally, but that's not how everybody plays the game. Like, it could be your cozy game. If it is your cozy game, maybe try a different cozy game, because there's better ones out there, I assure you.
Yeah.
And I can provide some recommendations. But yeah, if you want to win every game, yeah, sure, play that way. That is totally your prerogative. Play the way you want to play, and don't let anyone make you follow a handbook that is just magical and is in this ether. I totally agree with you there. But yeah, it can be as serious and it can be as goofy as hell as you want it to be. And I love that about DbD. I'm totally with you there.
Be serious about your fun. If you want to throw the game to learn one trick, that's improvement. That's like learning.
Yeah.
If you want to play friendly because that, actually feels nice, learn how to play friendly. Learn how to really sell it and have a good time. You know what I mean?
And then kill them all when you have no ed. And
I'll also say, like, if you're trying to, like, if you play the game and you're like, I wasn't thinking about this match, but now something got under my skin and it's pissing me off, don't deny that part of you. Don't deny the part of you that takes it seriously and actually cares about losing. Like, that part of you is telling you something about yourself. It's important. Don't brush off defeat.
Yes. Learn from it. And then
do the roar.
Emerge from the ashes and then destroy your enemy.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's getting scary.
Literally.
I'm afraid.
You will crush them. You will show them all. And only then will you decide their fate.
Kill them, Jason.
Kill them, Jason. Mommy wants it.
That's what Pamela says.
Mama.
Maddie, any thoughts before I wrap up?
They scare you?
A little bit.
No.
I'm kidding. Just I guess my only thing to say about that is make sure to take breaks. Even if you really love Dead by Daylight. No game should be played forever. Take breaks, drink water, go outside, go for a walk, and just take in the nice weather if you have nice weather. If it's too hot or too cold, just chill, relax, and maybe watch a movie. I don't know. Don't take it too seriously. As much as we clown on Matthew Cote for saying if you're tired of Dead by Daylight, go play Civ 6. That's a good thing to say. I'm sorry. He was writing with that. He was speaking fire. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Take it seriously, but also not too seriously.
The game is serious, but you can treat it like a joke, but the game is serious.
Yes.
There's a reason it's kind of had the competitive, sweaty atmosphere and culture, and I don't think you should sacrifice that. I think playing DbD, EBDB, EBDBDBOodoo, it should be an exercise in getting as sweaty as possible.
Mm-hmm. I think that transitions really well into my next take.
The final hot take.
That transitions. You really set me up there, Stevie.
Please bring it home.
Because this is very adjacent. I don't think Dead by Daylight needs a ranked mode. Dead by Daylight does not need a ranked queue. I see this a lot. I see this a lot from.
It's a naive take. I think you're right.
Yeah, and I have an extensive list of reasons here. So one, the game's player base is too small. You think queue times during 2v8 are bad? Wait until you have 2 permanent modes where you have to split between queue times. It's going to be worse. And it even gets worse when you get into more details of that. The current MMR system, because currently we have a ranked MMR system. If you didn't know, we do. It's really bad, and they're reworking it for next year, or this year, I should say.
This year, yeah.
It's coming. It's the MMR system right now is still bad. I don't know what makes you, and we don't know what the new one looks like, but I don't know what a ranked MMR system would look like, and I don't know if I want to, because I think that would be really scary, and I think behavior would really fuck that up. Now, if they were to get, let's say we do have MMR settled, it's really good. They've hit all the stops, and it is a great MMR system. Here are the other issues you run into. A lot of people complain about just regular matchmaking. Oh, people DC, or they give up immediately, or they go AFK, or they DM me, they block my locker, or they're blowing gens for a purpose. That will also happen in ranked modes. I don't know if you've ever played a ranked mode in any other game. I've played plenty of Marvel Rivals ranked. It's miserable. Someone playing Spider-Man and they go 0-12. Yeah, maybe you should switch off that character, my guy, in chat. And they stick with the character. These people don't care. And that worsens the problem, because if they don't care, they're going to make you worse and your MMR is going to go down. And you have much more to lose in a ranked match, because you're going to lose more MMR, right? So that situation is even compounded by that, because they know you have more to lose, and they're going to make sure you lose it. Also, not everyone's queues for ranked mode will have opponents who are on their level. So, for example, you have a nurse that's in the top 10% of all nurses. Just say, for example, you have that. That top 10% nurse group maybe has a few hundred survivors at their level. They won't always get match made with those people. They'll have to get match made with people lower than them, and they're going to crush those people. And those people in those lower levels are going to go down in MMR, making reaching that 10% even more difficult. And you're going to have, and those queue times to find people that are at your level is going to be even longer compared to the split queue time. So you're even splitting it even more times. You're splitting hairs at this point. We're splitting hairs. You don't need a ranked MMR system. And then For survivors, if you are like a top 10% survivor, you know what your killer games are going to look like? Nurses, blights, and ghouls. That's all it's going to be. You're going to get S and A tier killers mostly. You might get a B tier killer if they're really, really fucking good, but it's going to be rare. It's going to be really rare. But your killer variety is going to be in the gutter. It will be. And so, yeah, in conclusion, your killer variety is going to be worse. Your queue times are going to be longer. Your match quality will be lower because people will AFK or they'll quit or they'll BM you, so you lose the game if they're not happy with how it's going. It happens in every ranked game. I just don't think DbD is built for it. I don't think the community is large enough. And so I just think this is a very short-sighted argument a lot of people bring up on Twitter. I see it in a lot of content creators' pitches sometimes. It's just not needed.
I hear that. And I think you're right about the main issue with that is we just don't have enough players. Imagine the game had like 500,000 people playing on Steam. Imagine we were 5 times bigger than we were. It might be a conversation then.
Yeah.
Especially if we're at like 1 million players, definitely throw a ranked mode in there for shits and giggles. It doesn't matter. But like, if you have 1 million people playing it, you can sacrifice splitting queue times. Right now, it's not feasible. Not when you need 4x the survivors to that one, 10% nurse. And that's not sustainable. Like, just especially with the way the game's balanced, you necessarily need to throw the newbies to the wolves because it's the only way people are going to get a match. And that you can't slap LP and ranking rewards onto that system. You can't make a thresher that spits you into dust every 3 maps and call it, ranked.
Yeah. Well said.
Ranked is about a game where it's like ideally balanced around a 50-50 win rate, and that 50-50 win rate has this amount of games that you are the agent of change, right? If you're in a ranked match, can you sway the match? Is the coin flip different because you're present, right? Ideally, you have a 51% win rate because you win that match that you would get every 100 matches where you are the impact player. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if you were to just win 50 matches with no like input, but I think DbD just balances it around something so different that ranked is a scary thought.
And dare I say, the game's balancing just in general is, I mean this with love, it's ass. The balancing's so ass.
With love.
They literally have one of the best killers in the game for the last 9 years. We've had the same killer at the top tier list for 9 years because her win percentage is low. I shit you not. She is literally the best character in the game, and they haven't nerfed her because, she only has a 44% win chance. She's actually not doing that great. Liar! Sorry.
Oh God, you scared me. That was so loud. It's okay.
Was that loud? Was it?
It was a little loud in my earphones. You're fine.
Okay. Sorry. I was trying to be silly. Whoopsie, sorry.
No, you're good. You're good. It's funny.
Sorry, guys.
It scared me though.
Way too thick.
Nurse is still amazing. I played her the other day, and it's not something that would make a ranked queue fun. It's not something that would be enjoyable to go against. Like you have picks and bans and shit like ranked queues for a reason, because people want to cultivate like the playing field. And it's tough to see a ranked queue, handled by behavior being the way to go when I don't think that they'd know what to do.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, that's all the hot takes we have for y'all tonight. Wow. Before we close, though, we have the Red Stain Radio's killer tier list. Tonight, we are adding the Huntress. So if you're not familiar, we are adding a killer to the official Red Stain Radio killer tier list. 1 killer per episode until we have all of the killers from the roster, and we will add as we go as we get new killers. But we have quite a ways to go, and we're going in order. So this week we have the Huntress, and a quick update on the killer tier list. It's SABCD. Nurse is at S. Hillbilly is A. Shape is B. Wraith is below Shape at B. C, Doctor, and then Hag. And then D, we have Trapper.
Oh.
So on the count of 3, we will say where we think Huntress lives on this lovely tier list.
I already know where
I'm
ready.
Yeah. We're ready? Okay, on 3. Yeah. 1, 2, 3. B.
Yeah. Okay. I would say right in the middle.
Staple her right on B then.
I was thinking between Shape and Rave. That's where I'm thinking.
Shape and Rave. Okay. I agree with that.
Because I feel like she's probably the most balanced killer in the game, in my opinion. Her power is really simple. Yeah. Her projectiles are pretty strong. If you're really good with her, she's going to do really good. If you're not so great, you're not going to do so great. And there's not much that makes her broken. Like, she used to have some really broken add-ons, but nowadays I feel like she's really good. I will say, though, she used to be a lot better just because of power creep. But since we've got so many new killers that do so much more, she's definitely gone down. But she's still solid. I would still say, yeah, she rocks. She slays. But why would you ever play Huntress when you could play, dare I say, the new killer, Jason Voorhees?
Fair.
That's true. That's true.
Although I think we need the simplicity of Huntress. Like, yes, I love that.
100%. I'm glad she's
Jason
here.
might not be able to, like, beat a Huntress level of ranged killer. I think Huntress still maintains that top slot of best ranged killer just off having like 5 or 6 axes at a time. Being able to walk around with that many health states. It's a high potential.
Don't agree.
That's a good point.
I don't agree.
High potential is all.
Huntress, even though she has more, she has to go reload at a locker. Jason, he can literally interact with about half the map stuff, and then he gets one instantly back. And he isn't as punished as Huntress, I would say, for missing.
I get that.
I definitely think she is like the anchor of that B, of that
bunker, she's definitely like the anchor.
The anchor of that B tier. Like, she's just a good example of that tier, I think. Awesome.
All right. We love Huntress.
That's all we have for you. Everyone who's in the chat, thank you so much for chatting. We appreciate your participation. Sorry we couldn't read all your chats.
It was lovely having everyone here.
Your viewing.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Like I mentioned, next week we have a big episode for y'all. It's episode 50. We're gonna go out with a bang. Well, we're not going out. We're gonna celebrate it in a bang, I guess.
Yeah.
It'd be exciting. We're gonna have some folks on. We're gonna be doing our predictions for next year. Our DbD's 10-year predictions. Like, we're just gonna predict what's gonna happen next year, and for the live stream, because that'll be exciting. And then we're also gonna be live reacting to June 14th's live stream. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern. Check us out on Twitch and YouTube. We'll be there. Live react with us. And we'll also have a post show that we kind of discuss kind of everything that goes on, that went on and announced, because I'm expecting it to be exciting, and we're eager to see that. But you'll have to go follow us over on Twitch and YouTube. Also, be sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're also on Twitter, and we have YouTube Shorts, of course. Also, really quick plug, we released an artist interview this week on Monday. So if you missed that, that was with Blake Brewer. That was the artist behind Runway Ready for the Jane Romero cosmetic that is in the Rift currently. You can go check out that interview. I sat down with Blake Memorial Day weekend, and it was a blast to learn more about his inspirations, his relationship with DbD, and just kind of what he's working on in terms of art in his personal life. So go check that out. It's a quick 20-minute interview. I hope you'll go support that. Thank you all so much. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you, Stevie. Thank you, listeners and viewers. Thank you, live viewers. We really appreciate you. And we'll all see you in the fog next week.